Hello again, it's Noob, and well, today I've got quite a curious little lockout tagout safety lock. This was sent to me by the Legal Lock Picker. Please do go check out his channel. And what's interesting is when you look at the key, it's really curious, isn't it? It's clearly got bitting above and below, but also the bitting is either side of the key. So you can see something's going on there. Then you've got this very curious, well, it's almost like a laser cut in the middle, like a laser track, so where sliders, the little arm of the side would normally stick in, and then it would move up and down in the lock in correspondence with the height of the laser track. But of course, it's not continuous, so an arm on a I don't know, a sidebar pin or wafer, it just wouldn't be able to track this. And in fact, we're right. If you look in the lock, you can't see anything on the sides which could interact with this line, even if it were possible, which, as we've ascertained, it really isn't. But you also can see that there isn't much going on at the bottom of the lock down here. There's quite a lot of stuff going on at the top. In fact, let's just get a pic and have a look. You can see that there are indeed sort of two rows of wafers, and they are offset with a little bit which is sort of cut into the wafer, which interacts with one side or the other side of the key. So actually, instead of a normal wafer lock in a way which would interact with maybe a row of wafers on the top and then a row of wafers on the bottom, it interacts with the wafers on the top only, but only some of the wafers it interacts with the one side of the key, and interacts with the other wafers on the other side of the key. Very, very strange indeed. But it works really well, actually. It's very stiff. No way to gut this, but it is a ball bearing mechanism inside, which is kind of cool. And like a lot of these safety lockout tagout locks, they're just really curious. They're either very difficult to pick, or they have some strange lock mechanism in there. Never really quite understood why. Anyway, let's grab a vise, throw that in, and see where we get to. Alright, so we're in the vise, and I'm going to be using this 2mm Law Lock Tools Hooligan bar, because the keyway in this, if I just loosen it up, is so wide. Look at that. You can actually almost put the whole Hooligan bar inside the keyway. It's just so deep. And even this has some wiggle room inside such a cavernous keyway. So there we go, tighten that back up. Yeah, so that'll go in at the top, just about, and we'll get tension. Interestingly, the tension is very much key on this lock. You definitely get very, very heavy binding on the right hand side as you rotate it clockwise into the, I guess you'd want to call the outer body, the Bible of this wafer lock, when the core full of those wafers is leaning into it. So it's yeah, just need to go careful on that tension. Increasing the tension a little bit to trying to find your first binder, and then just gently press it. That's it. That was so nothing on 5, 4, 3 was where we moved, 2 and 1, 5, nothing on 4, 3, 2. Okay, so that seems to be okay, that side. 5 on the left hand side now. 4, little click on 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to the right hand side. 5, 4, little click and some movement there. Good. 2, oh, little click again. Let's check those. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I'm just sliding off that. So on the left now, 5. Just releasing all the tension. 4. You see that counter rotation there? That's a risk of oversetting one of the wafers there. 3, 2. Go back through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to the right. 5. Just bouncing on the wafers, making sure that they have. Ah, there you go. That was 3, and we are open. So interesting lock. That does take a little bit of going through. I think there's 10 wafers in there. At least that's what I ascertained, and you can sort of see that I might not be too far off if you were to count them. So yeah, just a really interesting little lock. We haven't got that shackle open yet, so obviously haven't turned it enough. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, just a very interesting one. Now, that isn't the only lockout lock that was sent. There's another one sent by the legal lock picker, and do you know what? Might be just worth having a go at picking that as well, just while we're at it. I think it has all standard pins in. Just get that in the vise. Where's a tension tool that will fit into that? There we go. Oh, where's the key? Is that the key? No, that's the key. Right, there we go. Top of the keyway tension. Piece and gem in 18,000th. This is pin 1. Little 6-pin lock. That's really high. There we go. That's pin 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And we're open. Wow. That was really easy and very, very strange lock. Oh, yeah, we've got it open. It just felt like all standard pins, and I'll be honest, I wasn't 100% convinced I picked all of the pins in that. I think what we're doing there is, by inserting the pick, we might already be picking these 2 pins, or the driver pins are so short that you don't need to pick them. I guess the only way to know what's going on in that is just to have a quick gut of the lock. Okay, bear with me. Okay, well, I started to gut this, and it turns out that when I got the shim in, like this, I was trying to turn it around in the lock, but there seems to be a pin. I can just see it just there, which has been inserted to arrest the core from turning too far. That must have been put in somehow during manufacture. I'm not entirely sure how, and certainly don't know how we could even think about getting that back out. So I think that once that's installed in there, it probably just springs back down into it, and then there isn't really a way that I can see to try to counteract that. So yeah, I don't think we can gut this lock. No doubt it's just standard pins anyway. This one wasn't a particularly hard lock to pick, as you saw, but it would be have been really interesting to see what's going on inside there, to see whether it just suffered from driver pins which were too short. Oh well, I guess we may never know. But there you go. That was the very interesting double row wafer lockout lock picked, and a little bonus there for you as well. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.